This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter and welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy for today, May the 13th, is a sportscaster who is 60 years old, who's with ESPN and the Red Sox radio network. He's a legendary broadcaster who unfortunately is known for one thing only: his major voice cracks and all that. So he has as many voice cracks as I have. He is Sean McDonough. Now, Sean actually came from a well-balanced family. His dad was Boston Globe sports writer Will McDonough. And Sean graduated from the School of Public Communications of Syracuse with a degree in broadcast journalism in 1984, so he was 22 years old. He actually worked for Dick McPherson of the Syracuse football program. McDonough was an intern at the Enterprise Radio Network in 1981, and then in Syracuse, at the university, McDonough became the play-by-play announcer of the Syracuse Chiefs at the International League. I believe that was the Toronto Blue Jays AAA affiliate at the time in the 1980s, right? Yeah. Well, they're now the Mets, but they used to be the Blue Jays. They were the Blue Jays affiliate from 1978 to 2008, which is amazing. But yeah, so McDonough was the play-by-play announcer in AAA for the Jays system. In the big leagues, it was Tommy Cheek. So McDonough was an Ivy League football announcer for PBS. Working in the Ivy League, which isn't really big in the NCAA stuff. But at times it has happened. Great. Anyway, after graduating from Syracuse, he got moved to Boston Red Sox games on SBK TV Channel 38 in Boston, the famous channel that saw Fred Kusiak call Boston Bruins games. So anyway, he would be McDonough would be paired up with Bob Montgomery and also Jerry Remy, the legendary Jerry Remy. I can't remember who he took over for. Oh, the name is right on the tip of Ned Martin, I think, was the guy that was doing the Channel 38 games beforehand. But anyway, McDonough would broadcast Red Sox games throughout 2004. So he was a Red Sox broadcaster from 88 to 2004. Well, he worked with Jerry Remy starting in 1996. It was pretty amazing. But Don Orsillo soon took over the play-by-play job from McDonough. All that. Anyway, the Mets actually wanted McDonough to do play-by-play for their TV stations in 2005. But he turned it down before the Red Sox notified him they would not pick up his option for 2005, so that was kind of stupid. But McDonough returned to do Red Sox games as a radio play-by-play announcer. It would be amazing and all that. So he would later begin work for CBS in 1990, where he would do college basketball, including 10 NCAA tournaments. College football, alongside the powerful Orange Bowl and all that. Never the championships, because that was Jim Nance's job. The College World Series of baseball, the NFL, when CBS had the NFL for 4 years, so until it was breaking up, and Fox took CBS's NFL rights, and then CBS got the AFC stuff back in '98 from NBC. He would do U.S. Open tennis. He would do 3 Olympic games doing hockey in 1998. He would do golf, including the Masters. Sean McDonough, reels? McDonough would be released before the Y2K bug. When Dick Enberg was available to do CBS stuff from NBC, McDonough was the odd man out. However, Sean McDonough was practically remembered a lot for his role as CBS's lead baseball announcer. He was the lead guy after Jack Buck was canned by CBS in 1991, allegedly after some comments about Bobby Vinton in Pittsburgh or something like that. CBS was making a big mistake, but it was amazing. At the age of 30, he was the youngest man to announce the national broadcast of the World Series, and basically all 9 innings in 1992. He was the lead guy. Strange as it sounded, that record was actually broken by 27-year-old Joe Buck when Fox needed him to do something about it. But anyway, McDonough's most famous call in baseball, alongside the 1992 call of the World Series, Nixon bunts Timlin off the mound to first. For the first time in history, the World Series flag will fly north of the border. The Toronto Blue Jays are baseball's best in 1992. And of course, let's not forget his home run call of Joe Carter's 93. Now the 2-2. Well hit down the left field line, way back and gone! After a long pregnant pause, Joe Carter with a 3-run homer. The winners and still world champions, the Toronto Blue Jays. CBS would not broadcast another World Series ever after 93, because in 94, the conglomerate of ABC and NBC and the so-called baseball network would do stuff for 2 years, and then Fox took baseball rights in 96. And no other major network, well, NBC in the late 90s had some baseball, all that, with Fox, but since 2000, Fox has taken over the major baseball stuff scene. MLB Network doesn't count because it's not a major U.S. network. Anyway, his most famous call was the Francisco Cabrera play when he came in as an unlikely pinch hitter and sent the Braves to the World Series against the Blue Jays in 92. Line drive and a base hit, just as it scored the tying run. Bring to the plate, and he's safe! Safe at the plate! The Braves go to the World Series! The unlikeliest of heroes wins the National League Championship Series for the Atlanta Braves. Francisco Cabrera, who had only 10 at-bats in the major leagues, singled through the left side, scoring Sid Bream from second with the winning run. Bream, who's had 5 knee operations in his lifetime, just beat the tag from his ex-mate Mike Leverrier, and Atlanta pulls out Game 7 with 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth. One of the greatest comebacks ever, because bottom of the ninth, Pittsburgh were just 3 outs away from the World Series. Dan Melinda, who was a good pitcher, good closer, was on the mound, but he failed. So anyway, McDonough would do college football basketball too with Bill Raftery. It was pretty good. They were doing a lot of regional finals and all that. McDonough, alongside Raftery, would call one of the greatest buzzer beaters in NCAA basketball history in '98, as UConn would beat Washington to get to the Elite Eight. Spreading court for Elamine. 10 seconds remaining. Elamine off the Fosco. He's pushed. The shot won't go. Hamilton, no. Another tip, no. Hamilton at the buzzer. Yes. Yes. Connecticut wins. That was amazing and all that. Rip Hamilton's buzzer beater for UConn in 1998. He was the one who called it. A lot of people probably thought he was the one for Bryce Drew for foul pole. No, that was... his name escapes me. The guy, Ted Robinson. That's it. But anyway, since 2000, he's announced baseball, college basketball, college football, golf, NBA, NHL, and NCAA for ESPN hockey for ESPN/ABC. He would do many Big East college football and basketball games. He's done work with ESPN's coverage of the U.S. Open and British Open golf tournaments and called the 2010 lacrosse Final Four. McDonough was the play-by-play guy when UConn and Syracuse in the Big East quarterfinals in 2009 played through 6 overtimes, 3 hours and 46 minutes long. Syracuse winning the game 127-117 with Bill Rafferty and Jay Bilas. So amazing how that game went to 6 overtimes, and McDonough would do it. McDonough allegedly called the nationally televised game in which Baltimore beat Boston in the 2011 at the end of the 2011 baseball season that crushed Boston's chances to win the wild card berth and all that. Because later on, Longoria would just hit that home run over the left field fence and all that. Well, I didn't get the Sean McDonough call. In Canada, we had the call from Don Orsillo for the Red Sox. So yeah, so Sean McDonough's done a lot. And McDonough was also behind the mic for the fumble punt between Michigan State and Michigan in 2015. I'm surprised it was that long ago. I thought it was 2017. Michigan was ready to punt when McDonough said that. Whoa, he has trouble with the snap, and the ball is free. It's picked up by Michigan State's Jalen Watts-Jackson, and he scores on the last play of the game. Unbelievable. And then McDonough in 2013 would start play-by-play work for NFL on ESPN Radio. But he was made play-by-play announcer for Monday Night Football in 2016 once Mike Tirico left for NBC. And by 2018, McDonough would leave Monday Night Football to go back doing college football stuff. And ESPN confirmed last June that he would be the lead play-by-play voice for their upcoming NHL coverage when ESPN got hockey back in 2021-22, when the league returned to ESPN and ABC after NBC had the national rights since the lockout of 2005. It was either McDonough or Steve Levy as the number one play-by-play announcer. I think Steve Levy got robbed because Steve Levy was pretty good, and he did call that Pittsburgh-Philly game in 2000 that went to almost 6 overtimes when Keith Primo scored, the most reliant centerman. And McDonough would always be known for his voice cracks and his, I wouldn't say alopecia, but his medical problems with his hair, which is why when you watch the stuff from the booth, you wouldn't guess that Sean McDonough was only 30 years old at the 92 World Series. You'd think he was like in his 40s, but nope, he's only 60 years old today. So that's amazing. He has done some pretty good stuff throughout the years, but his voice cracks are just second to none. I'm sorry, but as a guy who has regular voice cracks himself, it's just that weird. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.